Now from Wish TV, this is Countdown to Kickoff, Indy 11. After starting the season on the road, the Indy 11 returned to Carroll Stadium for their home opener against Las Vegas Lights FC.
For us, we feel like we have the best fans, so we need to have the best team, and it should be a hard place for teams to come and play.
The 11 had a roster overhaul this offseason, and it's time to put the boys in blue on the hot seat, asking all the tough questions, including what superpower they want the most.
Being invisible.
Why?
I don't know, being nosy without, people knowing that you're nosy.
Plus, we'll introduce you to the future home of the Indy 11, a stadium that can't come soon enough.
Like a carrot, that everyone's kind of reaching for, and just for the whole club and whole community.
Welcome home, boys in blue. Countdown to Kickoff starts now.
Hi, everybody. Good evening to you. I'm Anthony Calhoun, and welcome to Countdown to Kickoff Indy 11. Over the next 30 minutes, folks, we'll get you ready for the 2023 home opener as the 11 welcome Las Vegas Lights FC, who come to town for what should be an exciting match at Carroll Stadium. Plus, as you might have noticed in the first two matches of the season, there are lots of new faces. We'll introduce you to some of them tonight. And we can't talk about the boys in blue without talking about the new stadium that is on the way. But we begin tonight out at Grand Park, and the boys in blue excited to be back on the home turf after picking up win number 1 of the season in Detroit on Saturday night. A lone goal, the difference maker for the boys in blue, who now set their sights on Carroll Stadium and the first of 17 regular season home games. First, as we mentioned, is a meeting with Las Vegas, and the boys in blue, well, they know protecting their home turf will be key all season long.
We want them to come here and be miserable, right? We want to be bad hosts. We want them to come and suffer. So that's what we're going to try and do. Make Carroll Stadium, the Mike, a really difficult place for opposition teams to come. We want to win all of our home games and entertain our home fans, because that's why they come to watch it. They come to watch because they love the sport, they love the guys, but they want to see us win.
Yeah, it's important. It's got to be a fortress. We have the best fans in the league. They're amazing. They travel up to Detroit. There's like 30 of them, and they are right after the game. They're waiting for us. So for us, we feel like we have the best fans, so we need to have the best team, and it should be a hard place for teams to come and play.
Yeah, he's right about that. Okay, so here's a closer look at the USL Eastern Conference standings after 2 matches for your Indy 11. The 11 currently right now, they're in 6th place in the Eastern Conference standings with a record of 1-0-1 record. Now, the boys in blue are just 3 points behind Birmingham right there in that standings there in the conference. Okay, now if you watch the 11 this season and wonder how many newcomers this team has, well, you're not alone. So we decided the best way for you to get to know the boys in blue is to put them on the hot seat. Tonight we get their take on topics including what superpower they want. Yeah, you heard me right. Our Angela Morian got all the honest answers.
It's a lot of new faces, 15 different countries represented. Let's get to know the Indy 11.
Sebastian Guinzadi, number 13, forward.
Yunus Budadi, number 23, outside back.
Tim Trilk, goalkeeper.
Juan David Tejada, I'm a striker.
The captain, Seba. Rapid fire questions. First thing that comes to mind, don't think about it, okay? First off, singing or dancing?
Dancing.
Show me your best move.
Not yet. After the season's over.
Dancing. Very bad singer.
Give me your best dance move.
Oh, no, I knew it was going to come. I set myself up for that one. If I score, I'll give it to you. I'll give you just some dances.
Yeah, I just da in the disco,
3 things you can't live without.
Mate, soccer, and family.
Mate?
Mate. That's the loose tea that we drink in Uruguay, Argentina, Brazil, parts of South America.
Where do you get that here?
Amazon.
If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Being invisible.
Why?
I don't know, being nosy without, people knowing that you're nosy.
Teleportation.
Why?
Traveling kills me. I want to get there now.
Score as many goals.
Favorite thing about Indy?
Favorite thing about Indy? Roundabouts. Quicker, so much quicker. Hence teleportation. No stoplights. All roundabouts, please.
How fast do you go through the roundabout?
I prefer not to answer that question.
Oh, you got to love the roundabouts. Okay, we're going to take a timeout, folks, but we've got a lot more coming your way here tonight on Countdown to Kickoff Indy 11. Coming up next, the voice of the Indy 11. Yeah, Greg Rakestraw. Yeah, he joins us to break down Saturday's home opener that's on the way. We'll get Rake's take on a number of topics as well, including year 2 of the Mark Lowry era and how his team is taking on his identity as the coach there. That's coming up. Plus, the boys in blue are looking forward to the May groundbreaking of 11 Park, a 20,000-seat multi-purpose stadium that will be the new permanent home of Indy 11. We'll take you inside. You don't want to miss it. Still to come here on Countdown to Kickoff Indy 11. All right, welcome back here live here, Countdown to Kickoff Indy 11. There's nobody that knows this team more than the guy sitting to my left, the voice of Indy 11. You all know the fakes here. Greg Rakestraw here with us. Great seeing you as always, my friend. And you put on a lot of hats, we know that. But let's talk about, as far as getting ready here for the season. We know it's already underway, but the home opener is always a good time when we're talking about Indy 11.
Absolutely. It's kind of become the trend as this league has started earlier than our old league, the NASL. Normally the first couple of weeks we're going to be on the road. And so the fact that this team already has 2 matches under their belt, already have pulled 4 points out of a possible 6 against 2 playoff teams from last year in terms of Tampa Bay and Detroit. They're playing well. There's still a lot of room for growth. This team's been pretty gritty so far, which is good to see, because I don't think there's really a question about what this team and Mark Lowry's put together from a talent standpoint.
Now, you talk about a draw, a win. We saw that against Detroit. I mean, that's got to be great. What a way to start off the season here, right?
Well, Detroit was absolutely crazy. And first of all, Detroit is one of the few places that, from an atmosphere standpoint, can match what the Brickyard Battalion does. But secondly, those wins, as you'll see Brian Rebion get the only goal of the match for the Indy 11. That ball was played low because it had to be. We were looking at winds of 40 to 45 miles an hour across the field the entire time in that match. So it was an absolutely crazy atmosphere, crazy type of game. And the Indy 11 has simply found a way to get the job done on the road, which is absolutely what you need to do.
Yeah, you know, you're looking at your head coach here, Coach Lowry, getting ready for his second season. We know last year was a challenge for him, but, you know, that's why you got to be patient, give it some time here. Give me his perspective right now as he gets ready to really dive into this season.
You know, it's funny, you could almost say that last year began about the midway point of this year, began about the midway point of last year, because Mark, you know, kind of came in and this team struggled in March, had a great run in April and early May. But by the time you got to mid-July, he's kind of knew, listen, this group is not functioning the way that I want it to. Mark tried to kind of coach around the guys he had to start last year. And about midway through, said, you know what? I don't like this group. I'm going to kind of dual things. And so you see guys like Jesus Vasquez and Juan Tejada and Robbie Dambrod is out injured right now. These are all guys that were acquired at the midway point of last season. That was where the foundation for this group has been laid. So this team will play a pressing style, an attacking style, a ball possession style. You'll hear me say things like the diamond a lot during the course of Indy 11 matchups. But this team has now been built and is suited to play the way that Mark Lowry wants to play.
Yeah, and you've been around this team for many years, and you know you've been through transition with different coaches with Indy 11. What is about him that you're hearing from the players they really like about him and playing for him?
It's more of a definitive, this is how we are going to play. And this is how we are going to be successful. There have been other really good coaches that have come through here. The late Tim Hankinson, Martin Rennie had a great resume, you know, coming in as well. Mark, to me, is the guy that maybe will take the match by the scruff of the neck more so than anybody else and say, listen, fellas, this is how we're going to get this done. And you kind of follow his lead. He's a guy that can inspire confidence in a team, and I think we're seeing that in the early stages of the year.
All right, so home opener coming up on Saturday here in Indianapolis, and for the fans out there, you know they're fired up for the season, but let's be realistic here. How good can this team be this season?
This team can be very good, and you talked about kind of some of the new faces. You know, in the previous segment, you saw Cam Lindley. Well, obviously Cam returning home, played here in 2020, frankly is a far better player now after 2 years in San Antonio and Colorado Springs. Sebastian Guenzati is one of the all-time leading scorers in this league from his days, the Tampa Bay Rays. You see Juan Tejada that was on your screen a moment ago. He was acquired last year. Guys like Aiden Quinn and Jack Blake, they are they're kind of the USL Championship All-Stars that have all made their way to Indianapolis. This is a team full of guys that know how to win in this specific league. That's why I think the sky's the limit for this group.
All right, so the fans have been spoiled before. We've seen this team get to the playoffs. Can we see some playoff soccer coming up in October? What do you think?
We'd be very disappointed if not. And so the way it works this year, there are 24 teams in the USL Championship, 12 in each conference. And for the first time in now our 6 years in this league, we're all playing everybody. So for example, Las Vegas Lights coming into town on Saturday night. This is the first time Indy has played them, and they've both been in the league together now for the last 6 years. We'll have a better idea as to how we stack up, not just against the better teams in the East, but the better teams in total. 16 of 24 teams will be playoff teams, 8 in each conference. Again, frankly, I think this team's realistic goal is host a first-round playoff match and see what happens from there.
And here you just go wild right here on Wish TV and WNDY, of course, having those matches right here on Channel 8. Great seeing you as always, man. Good luck, and looking forward to hearing your call coming up on Saturday, all right?
Got it, buddy. Thanks,
all right,
AC.
we're going to take a time out. When we come back, we got more coverage coming your way here tonight. A brand new district plan just blocks away from Lucas Oil Stadium. The new renderings have been released, and they are creating excitement in a mighty way. That's coming up. Plus, you can catch the boys in blue right here on Wish TV or our sister station, Mighty TV Channel 23, all season long. We'll take a look at the schedule. That's still to come. All right, we're back. Excitement is brewing for Indy 11 fans. A new soccer stadium is coming to Indianapolis, and the groundbreaking was scheduled for May. Our Camila Fernandez explains why people are excited about this new project.
Right now, I'm outside Lucas Oil Stadium. Indy 11 says construction for the new stadium will take place near this area. People I spoke to tell me they are excited about this new project.
They have a supporter base that is very strong, and I think that's going to continue to grow now that they have a home.
Growing space for soccer fans in Indianapolis.
Really sharing the beautiful game with the entire Hoosier state, and that's what we're doing. And
that's the goal since Indianapolis became home of Indy 11 in 2013. More than a $1 billion project that'll host both its men's and women's professional soccer teams. It's also designed to host lacrosse, football, rugby, and field hockey, as well as concerts and community events. Construction is slated to begin in May.
We love the location. You know, it's only a couple blocks from Lucas Oil Stadium, a couple blocks from Victory Field. There's a couple blocks from the convention center. So really keeping everything there and starting to refurbish and bring to life that quadrant of the city.
The 20,000-seat multi-purpose stadium is a part of 11 Park. The project includes more than 600 apartments, office space, restaurants, a hotel, public plazas with green space, and parking garages. There will also be a new music and entertainment venue.
While the stadium will be the priority, you will see parking garages and apartment towers going up in a simultaneous fashion. So that is our goal. It won't all be done at the identical time. However, the lift is happening together.
In a statement, a spokesperson for the city of Indianapolis says the city continues to engage with the Indy 11 and Keystone on their plans for Indy 11 Park. Located near significant city infrastructure investments, the site is critical for the future of downtown and activation of the White River.
The legislative tools are in place that we feel confident in to enable this project to happen. Certainly the city will be involved. We know as part of the legislation that the Capital Improvement Board will own the stadium.
While it may have taken a long time to get here, I really think that we're going to get something special come 25, 26 when it opens.
Indy 11 says they will continue to meet with fans to find out what they would like to see inside the new stadium. In Indianapolis, Camila Fernandez, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
Thank you so much. I cannot wait. It's going to be awesome. Coming up next year, if you want to watch the boys in blue right here on Wish TV and our sister station, Mighty TV Channel 23, we've got you covered all season long. 20 games are on the regular season schedule. Coming up next, we'll tell you when and where you can watch the 11, plus all the awesome promotional events the franchise has in works. I'll have that coming up for you on the other side of the break. All right, we're back here live on Countdown to Kickoff. Indy 11. Anthony Calhoun here with you today, and I'm joined now by the Senior Director of Communications and Marketing for Indy 11. You all have seen his face many times here on Wish TV. John Kluter here with us, and great to see you, my friend.
Great to be here.
Big smile on your face. That means that you are ready to go. And
season, man.
We're excited as well here on Wish TV to team up with you guys. What, 10 straight years?
Yes.
We've had Indy 11 on Wish TV and My Indy TV, Channel 23. It's been awesome.
Consistency is key, and our fans know that if they want to watch our guys, they're turning to Wish TV and to My Indy TV 23. We're excited for Circle City Broadcasting to extend our range with partnerships with stations up in Fort Wayne and Fort Wayne and South Bend. More Hoosiers than ever will get to see Indiana's team, and we're super excited you guys can keep that consistency with us.
Yeah, you know, that's what's so cool about this, because, I mean, more folks are going to be able to have their eyes on soccer here in Central Indiana. I love that partnership, Fort Wayne, as you mentioned, South Bend as well. And, of course, we got a lot of games here on Wish TV and My Indy TV, Channel 23. Speaking of those games, we'll get to that in a moment, but I want to talk about membership when it comes to far as season tickets here for these fans. Tell us about that. How can they get involved, and how can they come out and support the team?
17 home games at Carroll Stadium this year for us. Season tickets for our USL Championship men's team also get you access to all 5 women's games up at Grand Park in the Event Center. They were fantastic in their inaugural season last year. Well worth the time to go up there and check them out when they are playing their games up in Westfield in June. Biggest savings you can get priority order for that gleaming new stadium, 11 Park, you showed in the previous segment. Wow. So the earlier you get in for season tickets now, the better seats you can get down the road when that opens up in a couple years.
I love that.
They're essentially vouchers, so you could use, it's 17 games, but if you can't make some, you could switch your tickets out. And it makes it a super flexible option. We've also got combo packs for our opening game this Saturday with Indians and the Fuel that offer co-branded scarves. You can get Heineken Party Deck tickets for $30. That features $3 Heineken beers, Heineken brand beers all evening. Military and student get discounts. So many options. We encourage everyone to visit indy11.com/tickets to see everything. Like I say, there's a ticket for everyone at Carroll Stadium. You just need to seek it out.
Yeah, and if you haven't been to watch them play, I mean, there's always something going on at these Indy 11 games. So as you mentioned there, check out their website. Of course, wishtv.com. We have more information as well on how you can get involved and check out these games coming up here for Indy 11. Okay, so I want to talk about just the promotional value, what you guys have ahead here for these fans when they're coming to these games as well.
Yeah, we know that sometimes it's not just the soccer on the field you want to check out, but there's other things in store, like throughout the season. Next Saturday, we'll host our 317 night. That's a $3 beverage of your choice.
$3?
$3 plus a $1 box of the hot dogs, and there's special $7 tickets in the corner section.
Look at that, I love it.
$11 gets you everything you need for a match. Our popular Racing Indy night, we're partnering again with IMS on special co-branded jerseys and scarves that are flying off the shelves like faster than cars around turn 4. Family night, June 10th, Independence celebration. We'll have a fireworks celebration. I think the only one in downtown Indianapolis on the Saturday, the weekend before July 4th. And then our first annual Star Wars nights. Those are just some of the 16 games we have promotional nights on throughout the season.
Okay, and we want to dive in as well and take a look at the upcoming schedule as well. As we mentioned, we've got 20 games here. 20 games between Wish TV and My Indy TV Channel 23. We are ready to go, my friend.
We love the fact that you guys broadcast all of our home games, all 17 home games. We'd love to see you at Carroll Stadium, don't get me wrong. But if you can't get to the mic, then you can tune in on Wish or My Indy. We'll also have 3 road games this year featuring some of the best venues in the USL Championship, kind of get a taste of the type of atmosphere and experience in the 11 Park can experience down the road. But we're excited to get started on My Indy TV 23 this weekend, and then on Wish against Oakland LaRouche next Saturday.
All right, John, great seeing you as always, my friend. And it's going to be a fun year. We're looking forward. Team already off to a great start. And folks, you want more information, we mentioned, you got to go to wishtv.com. You can find out more information regarding the schedule as well. And of course, check out Indy 11 as well. It's going to be a great year, everybody. Thank you so much, folks, for watching. Countdown to kickoff, Indy 11. We are ready to go here. Home opener coming your way on our sister station, My Indy TV Channel 23. That's coming up on Saturday. Tune in and enjoy the match.